Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to write a research finding paragraph. This will be available to you in a link in your outline. But basically the purpose of the research finding paragraphs is to show the reader what you have learned in your research. So how I'm going to do this is use my outline as a guide. That is at the top of your research outline here. So what you'll see is in your actual outline, it will say that you should use your essay organizer, and there will be a link to this that I'll link, so you can just click on it and go back up to it as well. So you're going to go back to your essay organizer, and you are going to use these same research findings. So what I'm going to do first is just copy and paste what I have here in here. So I'm going to start with first, and then I'm going to copy down my evidence. And then I'm going to copy down the author. So these two things are already done. I have a first research finding and evidence here. And then I have it properly cited using MLA format. And that's really important that you do. So first, school closures are leading to students losing reliable food sources in their communities, period. For instance, and I'm bolding the sentence frames that I'm using. Yours should be in 12 times New Roman, but for this I'm just making it bigger so you can see it more easily. Then I should say, for instance, in her NPR article, and then write the article's name down. So I might have to go back here, which is how long, or the new coronavirus can live on surfaces for 2-3 days. Here's how to clean them. Make sure it's all in the same font and the same color, and make sure that you put the quotes around it. So it says that a study out this week finds that viruses can survive on hard surfaces such as plastic and stainless steel for up to 72 hours and on cardboard for up to 24 hours. I'm not really sure that this information actually helps me prove this research finding. So either I have to change my topic sentence, or I have to find a new piece of evidence. I'm going to try finding a new piece of evidence. So what I'm trying to look for is school closure, something about school closures are leading to students losing reliable food sources in their communities. So I think I actually need to find a completely different source, and this is part of the research process, is that if you see that this doesn't match this, then you either need to find a new source or change your entire argument. And if you change your topic sentence, then you need to make sure you go back and change your thesis. So I'm going to look at, try and find an article about how actually I don't want to do CNN, I'm going to do WB. This looks better. With school closures, a scramble to get food to students in need. This looks much better. Right now, some 300,000 students in the state rely on the free and reduced price lunch program for about half of their daily nutrition. So I'm going to delete this, copy and paste this, find the author, Carrie Jung. So those are all different options I could do. I could say Carrie Jung asserts, Carrie Jung argues, Carrie Jung says, she states. Then I need to put the citation here. And then I can say, in other words, kids rely on school lunch to get fed. Then I'm going to prove my thesis further. And just a reminder of what my thesis is. It is here. So further, what I'm saying is that kids have lost reliable food sources. Further, kids won't be Then I want to start to hint at my consequences. And I'm going to just go over or bold the sentence frames I used first. For instance, in her article, or you would say, or his article, the author asserts, in other words, further, and then from there, I just am talking about the topic and how this, again, further proves my thesis and what consequences this could eventually lead to. You can find this in the research findings paragraph, slide in the slide deck, which can be found if you go all the way at the top to slides. So if you click on slides, this is slide 14 in the slide deck. Finally, if you look down at the rubrics, I effectively do the following. I relate the paragraph back to my thesis in my first topic sentence. I use effective transitions in my sentence frames. I use at least one piece of properly cited textual evidence. And I explain and interpret my evidence in this last portion.